Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Into the Veil. I'm Rachel, and it's great to have you here with me, as always. So, today is a really energetic day. It's been quiet. Placid is a better word. For the last week or two. Just prior to that, it was kind of tumultuous. I think we can all agree that we've been dealing with a variety of energies. But as we get closer to the new moon this month, it feels like everything's ramping up again. Anku is very close. In fact, I'm showered with goosebumps right now, and I feel like he's standing right behind me with his hands on my shoulders. There's a portion of him that has missed the visiting, but he's been very, very busy. Energetically speaking, they have a lot of, we're going to say, projects going on. In fact, he calls it Project Light. So, I'm going to okay. And today I feel the conviction. Well, so today I feel the conviction to light some sage. It's just white sage bundle. The energy actually feels very good in here. But I feel like there are other energies that are wanting to start working with everyone. I don't know how often they will present themselves for the collective. But I'm feeling that these are going to invite the higher vibrational. Anku's pretty high vibrational, so I'm not sure how high vibrational we need to go, but we'll take what we can get. So we're just purifying the space. I'm purifying myself. And I'm going to set this over here so it's not too smoky. All right. And I'm just grounding myself because I just feel like I could shoot out of this room at the moment. I do have my generator quartz. We wanted to go to the woods today, but it is getting ready to pour rain. Our idea was to take the prisms and the bigger crystals that I have and create some refracted light out near the gathering area by the mound. But it looks like we're doing this here. And I feel like Anku has company. I'm not sure who's with him. Is that true, Anku? He's just saying light beings. He's not specifying yet from where. I feel Anji. Hello? It's been a minute since we've had Anji. And thank you for your patience while I get my energetic field aligned to these, because the energies, it's a little hard to explain unless you've experienced it, but the energy is very strong. I have to ground myself sorely to keep cognizance of my space. He does want to talk about the photon belt. He said many of you don't quite understand the implications of the photon belt because it's so seldom seen that it's nothing that you're taught about. And he's telling me that this actually started, he gives me about 1960. And he's saying that cyclically, major change happens vibrationally in our experience about every 60 years. If we were to map it, you could see certain changes about 60 years apart. Right now is one of those pinnacle points, energetically. It does have to do, he said, with alignment and various factors. He shows me the stars, so that tells me that the positioning of stars. And I almost get the sense of light pinging between certain stars and then down. So, but light years, it takes some time. There's so much information just trying to flood in, and I'm just sorting it, compartmentalizing it a little bit in order that we can figure out how to apply it, what it means to us. The first star of the Pleiades Alcerine is what I want to say. He said she's 444 light years away. So she is the first star in the Pleiades and the most effectual on the earth right now. And as we enter this photon belt, I get the sense that it's very important for us to continue. Part of the emphasis, he said, in teaching us how to raise our vibration is that it's essential in order for us to handle greater light reaching us, greater information reaching us, the shift that's taking place not just on the earth, but he shows me above the earth, outside of the earth, that the expansion feels like it's just us or just the earth, but it's so much more. And part of the necessity in raising our vibration is in order for us to handle more light, more of those fractions, he said, fractions of light to meet us. It does produce a certain amount of radiation. In fact, he's saying that the sun is now in the photon belt, and so some of the sun flares and different things that we're seeing are a direct result of that. But he's saying that if we raise our vibration consistently to match what's being presented to us, and that's the way he shows it to me, like step, 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 those factors will not affect us. It adjusts our bodies in such a way that it's not something to be afraid of. He's saying part of the emphasis recently for us on Arkansas Bigfoot and Into the Veil both, on light and understanding light, has very much been a gauge, a measure, to see how man is responding to, or certain individuals at least are responding to, the idea of light. He said for some, they're seeing that it's enthralling, that it's almost addictive. For others, it's extremely uncomfortable. For those that are experiencing discomfort, he advises, if possible, to put focus into elevated thought, elevated feeling, in order to raise their vibration, because if something visually is disturbing them, he's saying they can be affected more. It's not a guarantee, but they can be affected more by the light that's being issued with the photon belt. Okay, so there's a lot of information in this, and we might have to break it up in parts. I'm going to go until they're done. So I don't know how long that is, but rather than to have a 2-hour video, we'll probably break it up into sections. Right now we're meeting a time of completion on this stage. He gives me the sense of I literally see a stage. This stage of this cycle, in order that we're beginning a new one. And the challenge is in not repeating the past, but to invite that new leg of the journey in a way that comes from intuition, in a way that comes from the heart space, rather than the mind. The challenge is that he's given me the term generationally. So we have different generations currently on this earth plane. Some have been here to start the process, so to speak, start the cycle. And others are implementing change, idea, new ways of approaching things. This can be from the way we eat to what we use, to support our lives, products. It can be, it's showing its face on a multitude of levels, is the feeling that I get. And each and every part of that is important. It's all working together. He said the challenge that man is meeting right now is in creating unison, bringing all of these things together, because we're still wrestling with our independence, our individuality, in a way that's very ego-based. That somehow we feel like we're going to disappear if we don't get all the glory, if we don't get all of the acknowledgement, is the word he gives me. So releasing that is just as important to raising our vibration and understanding that the universe is very unified in all of its energies. Everything matters. Everything comes together to create the big picture. So learning how to do that, and again, step by step, learning how to, bring all this together in a way that is the one heart, in a way that responds to the universal heart, he said, is our current challenge as we begin this new cycle. Okay. So I'm going to stop here for this first part. And we'll continue with the next. I thank you for being here. I hope all of this put together will help. If you have questions, of course, please do feel free to ask. Certainly, if any of the things that we offer, whether it's rods, Ormus, readings, if any of those things can help you step your game up or bring you to peace, bring you to understanding, reach out to us. All of it's in the description box, and we'll continue from here. Thank you.